Today, a 21-year-old woman says she expects a man to pay for her nails, take her on dates, and treat her like a princess. Kevin Samuels explains why entitlement destroys relationships before they even begin.
Your your broadcast yesterday, and it was sad to watch, especially with the whole rating thing. And I've been trying to become not become honest, but just be real with myself because I have expectations, I have needs and wants, and I want to be the person to attract that. I want to be like good enough for that,
What do
basically.
you want to attract?
Uh, a high value man, someone that can lead, someone that can
Okay.
provide and protect.
Where are you from?
I am culturally African. I'm Nigerian, but I live in Canada.
Okay. Have you called in before?
I haven't.
Okay.
First
And how old
time.
are you?
I'm 21.
21. Are you in college or are you working? What's going on?
And, I'm in school to be a practical nurse, registered practical nurse.
Okay. And you said you want to be married. Well, good.
Yeah, well, a lot of obviously online and like the part of the internet that I'm in, this is very normal. But in in school, my friend groups, I'm like the oddball. I'm the one who dates men, 10 to 15 years older. And yeah,
Okay. So let me ask you some questions. Okay, how tall are you?
I'm 5'6",
And what dress size?
size 4,
Size 4. And about how much do you weigh?
120,
So, I mean, if you want to
120.
be married, and you said you're going to school to be a practical nurse.
Yes,
Ooh.
2 years program.
Okay.
I couldn't get into like the 4-year nursing program, but this is a stepping stone
Okay.
if I do decide to
Oh,
like go forward.
okay. You a stepping stone to what? A career in nursing?
I would like to. My ideal job would be to be a midwife.
Okay. So, how many children do you want to have when you're married?
Ideally 3.
And do you want to ever have to work to be able to? Do you ever want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're a wife? After you're pregnant?
No.
All right. So let's get right to the. Let's get right to it. You want to be a
Okay.
midwife, but that's just a passion project. You don't want to pay a damn bill after you find out you're pregnant, right?
Um, yes. I'm saying, like for me, the whole thing with nursing is just to be able to contribute to my family, my
Right, but
community, and yeah.
exactly a passion project.
Right.
It's
Yes.
not that you
Perfect.
got
Yeah.
to pay a bill. Okay,
Exactly.
so
Yes. You're right.
so if
Yeah.
you're 21, um, do you find that your European, your white counterparts are able to find a husband at your age and your kind of background and marry just fine?
Um, my worldview isn't that broad.
Well, I would tell you
Because
they are.
I
I
live
would tell
in
you they
Toronto.
are.
Okay. Okay.
I would tell
Okay.
you they
Yes.
are.
Okay.
So number one thing is that you said the group you hang out with, right?
Mhm.
Stop hanging out with that group. That's gonna if you want to get married and you damn sure you want to marry well, you're gonna have to get rid of the women you're hanging around with who think you're an oddball, and then you're gonna have to start either running solo or hanging around women who are marriage minded because
I am.
marriage minded men do not like their women to be around single minded women.
Mm, okay.
Well, you
I heard what you said, and I don't mean to cut you off, but I was just going to say that I pretty much do that now because yeah, like I go out by myself for the most part.
okay?
Because like like transitioning to college, people moved away. I'm still at home. My college is not too far away from where I live,
Right?
so it's just a good situation for
Are your
me.
mother? Are you raised by your
So
mother and
but
father in the house?
I go out by myself.
The mother, you're an only child,
Yes.
and your mother and father are married.
Not Yes, not the only child. I'm the last of four
Okay.
children,
Any
but my parents are, yeah.
okay, so you're the baby of the family. Any older brothers?
Two older brothers and one older
Are your
sister.
older brothers
The
married?
top
Are
two.
your older brothers married?
Um,
What is that noise
older
going on in the
brother.
background? What are you doing?
Oh no, is this better?
That's okay. So,
Okay,
how is your father?
it's my
Okay,
earphones. I'm
and so
so
how is your father helping facilitate this marriage that you want to be in?
good question. Not. I've basically learned everything by myself. Um,
Push the brakes.
not.
Push the brakes. Okay, hold up. Mama and daddy are married, right?
Yes, mom and dad are okay. So I can. Can I give you a quick like synopsis of
Yes,
the
because that's what
history
I'm
of
going to
my
get to
family?
anyway.
So mother and father, they had. I was like, I wasn't planned for. So when my parents had me, they were much older, and my mom moved to Canada. Um, and I grew up with my grandmother, like my childhood from like, I don't know, toddler to 10. And then I moved in with my sis. Um, I had a very,
All right.
my
So when I
grandfather
ask if
was
your
in my
mother and
life.
father are
So
married, I'm trying to understand if you're raised in a traditional kind of family.
right,
Hold on, just a second.
right now, my mom is remarried.
Okay.
Right now,
All
my
right.
mom is
Okay.
remarried.
Okay.
So,
So when someone's asking if your mom and dad are married, they mean right now. They don't mean if they were.
okay.
And
Okay. Well, my dad passed
okay.
away last
All right.
year, and my mom is
Then
remarried. So
stop.
yeah,
How much have you? Were you raised by a strong masculine presence?
I would say yes, and that would
Who?
be my
And
grandfather.
how old is he?
My
And how old
grandfather.
is he?
I don't know. He passed away when I was 10.
Okay. Then no, you weren't.
Okay.
How old are you?
I thought I
No,
was,
you're
but
not. You're
I'm 21.
okay.
I'm
You're
21.
21. Your father
Yes.
did not raise you. Your parents allowed you to be raised by your grandparents. Okay, right? Okay.
Yes.
I don't need to
Yes.
know, but that's already problematic. Then
Okay.
your grandparents are older than your parents, so they had a baby, and you only had a man raise you until you were 10. And then since then, what man has been guiding you?
Okay. I wouldn't, so the culture that I come from,
That
a lot of
I just
men,
need
even the
I just
ones
need to
at
know the man
home,
that's been guiding you. I don't need to know about the culture. I need to know about the man that's been guiding you.
I just wanted to let you know that I can't say I have one because the men are absent. In my case, they've been absent.
But
My sister, I lived with my sister and her husband,
okay,
and
ma'am,
he guided me a little bit.
ma'am. Did you call in to get my opinion on something, or do you want to give me a story?
I'm honest. I'm just trying to answer your
Okay,
question
I can, and I'm
honestly.
telling you right now, even by the way you're interacting with me, you have not had a man raise you or over you.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just telling you, because you're
All right.
21, I'm 51. And there's no way that a 21-year-old woman should be engaging with a 50-year-old man. When I start talking, you should stop.
I was trying to answer your
But when
question
I start talking and
about
I keep
because
saying, ma'am, you should not keep, okay, you can hear me, but you're just trying to
yes.
talk through me. Where
I
do they do that?
okay. I'm not trying to be
I'm
rude or
asking you, where do
disrespectful.
they do that? Where do women who get the kind of outcome you think you say you want, that a woman 30 years younger than a man talks through them?
Mhm. I'm sorry if you think I'm trying to do that.
I'm
I'm
not
just trying to
asking.
answer your
I
question.
get that, but what I'm trying to get you to understand is, one, you called in here, and I don't need to know all your story. I need to get the information the way I need to get it. But what I've already surmised is
All
this:
right.
you didn't have a man raising you. You didn't have
Yes.
a man raising you, and it's not about your culture. It's about your family, and it's a complex situation. Whatever, the issue is still on you. You can want to get
Okay.
married, but what are you going? When was the last time you had a serious relationship with a man?
A year ago.
And how long did it last?
I lasted 1.5 years.
1.5 years. It was a year and a half. So 2.5 years
Yeah.
ago, you were 19.
Yes.
You were a middleman for a year and a half, right? How
hmm
old was that man?
Um, I was 19. He was 23.
Okay. And why didn't you guys get married?
Well, like the relationship went sour after he was like he could not meet the requirements or the standards that we set at the beginning of the
What does
relationship
that mean?
anymore.
What does that mean? You were 19.
So
What
yeah, so
standards is
when
that?
he asked me to be his
Uh
girlfriend,
huh.
I
Were you in college at the time?
um
That's a yes or no question, man.
mm, I
Okay.
was, but I
So
was at uni at the time.
what
Yeah.
what standards did a 19-year-old woman have?
I basically just I'm trying to like put myself back in the mindset because it was like a serious conversation over dinner. Like when he asked me to be his girlfriend, I was like, "Are you sure you're going to be
You're only
able
nine,
to
you're only
meet my
20, you're
needs?"
only 21 years old. If you can't remember
hmm
what happened in a long-term relationship 2 years.
I basically asked him like I mean like before we I said yes to being his girlfriend. I let him know because he's also Nigerian, and Nigerian men understand the whole idea of providing for their women.
What the
And
wait,
I was
hold
just
on, hold on,
asking
hold on,
him
hold
if
on,
he
hold
was
on, hold on,
ready.
hold on, hold on. What are you doing letting anybody know anything? You're 19, he's 23. Why are you telling him what he needs to do? See, what I'm trying to understand is if you even understand what it is you want. And what it sounds to me like you were in a relationship for a year and a half with a guy, and you said he can't meet these standards. What I hear a lot from
No,
women,
I
oh,
said he wasn't able to. That's why it went
listen,
sour. He wasn't able to.
if you talk over me one more time, we're going to have a problem.
Okay, I hope not.
He wasn't able to meet those standards. What standards? Give me some specifics. Money?
Money and time.
Money.
Money and
What kind of
time. He
money?
wasn't
What
able
did
to.
he need to make money? What did he need to make Why did you need his money?
I didn't need his money, but I definitely wanted that to feel secure
What did
in
you
a
what you weren't
relationship.
his
Like that's one
wife?
of yes, I
Why are
wasn't
you
his
entitled to
wife.
your boyfriend's money?
I'm not entitled to
So
it. He
when
basically offered it up.
no, okay, let's back up. Let's back up.
Okay.
Boyfriend, girlfriend.
hmm
There are no standards. There's just fidelity. We just decide whether we're monogamous or non-monogamous. Boyfriends don't pay.
But in
Listen, because no one taught you this stuff, so let me teach it to you. Boyfriends don't pay
hmm
your rent, lights, phone, anything. They pay for dates. That's it.
hmm
That's it. When somebody's going to start meeting your standards is after your last name is Miss Samuels. And for a year and a half, were
okay.
you sexually active?
Yeah, we were sexually
All
active in
right.
a relationship.
So you involved, sexually active, and as the story was going to get to, basically he needed to make more money and spend more time with you than you wanted. So you broke it off with him. Fine.
He actually broke it
Well,
off with
okay.
me, but
You cool. He broke it off with
I
you.
okay. Can I say
Not
something
really.
about
Not really. Not really. Because we're going on to the next point. What
don't you think rational self-interest is important? What you No, we were talking about, the needs and wants that I stated to like before I agreed to becoming his girlfriend. And you were like, "Oh, if you're not married, you're not supposed to, have requirements and stuff." And I was asking, isn't rational self-interest like important, especially as a woman? You're supposed to look out for yourself
rational? Yeah,
and
but rational. It's irrational. To think you're entitled to anything more than a date. What's rational?
but
What?
this
Okay, you asked. Listen. What is
Okay.
rational about me paying your light bill, phone bill, groceries, car note, any of that?
I never asked for all of that. I never
What
said I
did you
asked for my, because I don't want,
What did you
I don't
ask
pay
him to pay
rent.
for? What did you need his money for then?
Um, Basically my upkeep, because when I dating, and I don't know, the type of experiences that I have dating, I have men offering, when I go out, men pay for my meals. With people that I date casually offer to pay for my upkeep,
Upkeep,
and
what
I'm
does that mean?
thinking,
See, dating meals, that's one thing.
hair, nails.
Okay,
Okay,
so
hair, nails, makeup, dresses for dates,
hold on,
heels.
hold
That's
on,
what I
hold
mean
on,
by
hold
my
on,
upkeep.
okay. You expected a 20, how old? 3?
He was 23,
You
yes.
expect a 23-year-old to be paying for your hair, nails, dresses, and that's not rational.
Okay. Um,
It's not. Do you know why?
because he's not my husband.
No. More than that. What was this young man doing when you met him?
He had just graduated from college.
Right. And did he
He's
have
like,
student loan debt?
he no student
Did he
debt.
have a job?
Um,
Did he have, was he, huh?
when I met him, he was in the process of applying.
Right.
Like he was applying. So he had just
Right.
graduated.
He had just graduated. And then during your time, he had just graduated. Did he subsequently find employment?
He did.
Right.
He
And then
did.
he started working in his career field, right?
He did.
And then
He had.
you expected this man who had been in college just like you to all of a sudden go into his new career and pay for your hair, nails, shoes, and dresses.
Can I say that he was already doing this? Like he was doing this. Like
Okay.
he was doing this consistently. I was like, I'm a lot, like I was telling him, because I know I wouldn't say high maintenance, but I'm medium maintenance. And I was like, are you sure you're going to be able to do like everything? And because um I was going to say something earlier, but it slipped my mind
So let's
again.
go down that path. He was doing it. So however he was
He
making
was
money, so
doing
however,
it.
and then he stopped. Did he stop?
And yes, he stopped, and he kept making promises,
Whoa.
and he kept pushing back and pushing
Okay.
back.
So let me.
And that's what I was saying
Okay.
about he broke up with me.
Okay. So question. He had done this, and then he stopped. Why was this
Yes.
such a big deal to you?
It wasn't okay. Can I? It was the lies. It was the lies and the, I wouldn't call it betrayal because it wasn't a huge betrayal. But it was just, he wouldn't be upfront with me. It was almost as if he didn't want to tell me no. He just kept pushing things like, like, oh, I'm getting paid this Friday. I'm getting paid. I'm like, oh yeah, and then something like, like he was just working a lot. He was working.
So the way you're telling this story now is this guy was paying for hair, nails, dresses, shoes. I don't know how often that stuff came up, but then he stopped. And when he stopped, did you ask him to continue or why he stopped?
We I knew why he stopped. Yeah, yes, we
And
talked
why did
about
he
it.
stop?
He was saving for a
Okay,
car
he was
and
saving for a
to
car.
move
So,
and to move.
okay, and to move. So,
Hmm.
rational. And yet you still
Yes.
expected him to do this?
I did not. I knew
Okay,
at one
so if you did
point
not
that
expect him to do it, where are you saying he told you to go do it? Are you trying to say that he because what are you trying to say he said, "Oh no, go out and shop and I'll give you the money back."
no, no. Okay, so I would say that there was a lot of broken
Like
promises
what? Give me
in
some
the span of
specifics.
like three
Give me some
months.
specifics. Give me some broken promises.
Like okay, for example, saying that we're gonna go
Go
out
out where?
this this this
Go out
weekend, somewhere
where?
nice,
Okay.
an upscale
Uh huh.
restaurant. Maybe the bill would be like like
Okay.
oh yeah,
Okay. And then what
I mean,
happened? And you didn't go?
and then it would not
All
happen.
right.
It would
He
not
said you,
happen
but
because
hold
he had
on.
a part-time
Hold
job.
on.
Okay.
He said we're going to go to an upscale restaurant, and then it did not happen. Okay.
Something like that. Something like, okay, I'm going to help you get your hair done. Let's say I went.
Jesus H. Christ. I'm gonna help you out. Let me go ahead and just go ahead and do this with you. Hey, Amy, go ahead and unmute you. Amy, let me tell you
Hello?
right now, you're full of shit. Let me tell you why you're full of shit.
Okay.
If a man, you know this man is not rich, and he had paid his way and did whatever, and then all of a sudden he didn't have the money, but he said we're gonna go to an upscale restaurant, and then it didn't happen. If it didn't happen, did he have to go to work? Did he cancel? Did he say, well, what happened? Why didn't you go to the restaurant in
I
this
was tr-
situation?
I was trying to
I don't need
like
all of it. Just
finish, but
get to the point, man, because I got other people.
I said because he had a part-time
So
job
he had
and a
another so
full-time
he had to
job.
work.
So he was
So he
okay,
had
so
to work. No,
he got
ma'am,
in
he had to work, and that's why you didn't go. Yes or no?
he had to
All
work.
right then. So he made plans for you. He said we're gonna go, but work took precedence, and he went to work. So that's a problem.
This
I
happened
don't give
over a
a
long
shit. Is
period
that
of
a
time.
problem? See, this is what's wrong with you young, flighty, foolish ass women. This guy sounds like he was trying to do his level best, and nothing was good enough for you. Money does not come out of trees, but again, not being raised around any men, you think just because you're cute, maybe you suck a good. Well, anyway, look, chick, he sounds like he's better
Hmm.
off not having you.
Okay.
Yeah, because you sound like a whole headache. A man had to go. A man was giving money to you that he didn't have. Then when he started working, he still tried. But he had to get a job and a part-time job to get his career and stuff started because he couldn't keep your shoes on and your dresses on and your makeup done for a woman that ain't his wife. All of a sudden there was a defect in his character. Gentlemen, avoid these kind of climbers, gold diggers. This is the chick you avoid. This is the chick you avoid. The one that has no man in her life, ain't nobody telling her. Yeah, this is side chick, permanent. This one that bust down, gonna be on OnlyFans, sugar baby wanna be. No, ma'am, no, ma'am, no. You're not gonna run this guy down like he did. You can't say this dude did anything other than not be as rich as you needed him to be. Men are not ATMs, ma'am. And what did you do other than show up?
I
I don't need to hear it. What did you
I
do
don't think
other
men
than
are
show up on a
ATMs.
date? What did you do other than show up on a date, look cute, and absorb his money? And then when he couldn't
What do
have,
you think I'm supposed to
next
do?
one on, yeah, I don't, no. Just, whoa, whoa. Oh, yeah.
Let me get this straight. You want grown woman benefits with childlike patience. This is the entitlement generation. You want a man to invest his time, money, and effort into you, yet you drop him the moment something doesn't go your way. One missed date? Not cheating. Not disrespect. Not abuse. Just, he was busy or life happened, and instead of communicating, you bailed. That's not high standards. That's immaturity. You want a man to lead, but you act like a girl. You want a provider, but you offer no grace. You talk about nails, outings, and attention. But men want cooperation, patience, and femininity.